So in today's video, I'm going to tell you about a product I'm really excited about. I'm adding it to my system. So this box right here, it's called the Tai Hang. It's a power enhancer, a power distributor, a power conditioner, but one that is affordable and one that bests my previous favorite. This eliminates EMI, it eliminates DC on your line, it serves as a surge protector, and a bit more. Let's talk about the Vinshine Audio / Kinki Studios Tai Hang. Woo, it's coming, guys. I can feel it.
We've got a long track, deadly tornado one right now. Now we have a developing large tornado likely to come together.
That's insane.
So we're told a storm is coming, once in a generation storm, massive rain, possible hail the size of ping pong balls, torrential downpour, the most rain. I'm supposed to get a month of rain in 24 hours. You guys want to go in? Stay out of the storm? Come on. All right, so today I have this box in front of me, and I would not run my system today without this. Now, it was kind of a journey to land here, but I'll go over that journey really quick. It won't take long. When I moved into this house 4.5 years ago, I noticed the electricity had an issue. Most amps that I would plug into the wall direct, their transformers would buzz, some of them quite loudly. And I first thought it was the amps, right? Buzzy, noisy transformers. But it turned out to be an issue with my electricity here. So I had an electrician come out. There was a grounding issue that he fixed, but he said everything else looked okay. Once he fixed the grounding issue, I still was having certain issues with the electricity and the power here. I went on to try a PS Audio power plant, the top tier P20, I believe it's called. And that thing's like 10 grand. It's what it was when I bought it. That was the retail price. And that is a power regenerator. And that regenerates perfect power from the unit going to your gear. That worked really, really well, and it even added a little bit of a sound enhancement, made it more relaxed and flowing, right? A little bit less edgy. But I noticed the P20 would start buzzing while the amps connected to it and the gear connected to it did not. The P20's transformer started buzzing. That itself is like an amplifier, right? So I noticed I still had some issues with the electricity here. I later found out my issues with transformer buzz was due to DC being on my line. Now, when DC creeps into our electrical lines, it could cause transformers to hum and buzz even louder than they have before. So I moved to a Puritan Audio PSM 156, which takes care of the DC on the line. One added benefit of that Puritan PSM 156 that I've used for the last 3 years or so is that it also changes the sound, but instead of the more relaxed, flowy presentation of the PS Audio, I was now getting a more tipped up, airier presentation. And yes, look into the PSM 156. Most people who have installed it have heard a greater level of details, or the perceived greater level of details. It just makes everything easier to hear. I also started noticing my Puritan PSM 156 develop a buzz, and it was again due to the electricity here when I went to a relative's house and plugged everything and it was silent as a mouse. So the PSM 156 I was very pleased with. I even used the brand's Puritan Audio's top tier power cables for all my gear. I love them because they're floppy. They work well, they're easy to place, and the sound is, I can't ask for anything more. But recently I was sent this piece from Vinshine Audio. It's made by Kinki Studios with a partnership with Vinshine called the Tai Hang. This is a 4-way box, right? It does 4 things. First, it takes DC off of your line, which is exactly what I needed. It also eliminates EMI, electromagnetic interference. It's also a surge protector. We have a storm here coming today. It's supposed to be a big tornado watch around here. One of the worst storms we've had is supposed to be coming in the next hour. I'm going to have everything unplugged, but this is also a surge protector. So if lightning does hit something, this should protect your gear. Now, Vinshine also says this expands and enhances current delivery. And they say you can plug your amplifiers directly into this. But there is something you should know about that, and I'll talk about that in a second. Now, I took out my PSM 156 that I've used for 3 years. I put this in its place, and I noticed the difference immediately. Instead of that extra shimmer and sparkle up top, the Tai Hang was providing a more solidified bass, and that tipped up treble was no longer there. It was more natural. I preferred the sound of the Tai Hang. Things were a little bit more solidified, right? On the back here, you'll see there are 4 power receptacles, and of course your main power cable goes here to power the Tai Hang. I would have liked to have seen 6 on this, but there's only 4. So when everything was plugged into it, I had the Niagara Classic amp, the Niagara HD Pre, I had a Live Harmony micro DAC, and the Niagara Streamer all plugged into this, and everything was sounding beautiful. Everything was protected. I will say when I plug my Niagara Classic amp into my wall here, I do have some transformer noise coming from it. It's not the Niagara's fault, it's my power. When I plug it into the Tai Hang or the PSM 156, it would be dead silent. So that tells me this is eliminating that DC on my line. Not everybody has a problem with DC, but another thing that this does, like the PSM 156, is it keeps my system sounding exactly the same no matter the time or hour I listen to it. Now, so how do you know if this is for you? If you're someone who notices a change in your system sound from day to day or morning till night, if it sounds better at 2 a.m., this can help you. This will make it sound that good 24/7. If you have buzzing or humming transformers now, there are many DC eliminators on the market. There's little ones. I have one from HiFi, but that maybe eliminated half of the buzzing. This eliminated all of it. So not all DC blockers block everything. I haven't had one in here that blocks as much as this one. So if you have buzzing or humming on with your amplifiers, right, your transformers, this could be the cure to that as well. If you want a high quality audiophile grade surge protector, this does that as well. This eliminates all electromagnetic interference, which can cause issues with the sound of your system. It's between $1,000 and $1,200 US. I know it's like 1,400 Singapore dollars, right? This is sold by Vinshine Audio in Singapore, so that's where it ships from. And it's worth every penny that you pay for this. When it's on, it's got a blue light underneath that glows, and this little blue light comes on. I keep it in the cabinet, and I keep everything plugged into it. Now, they do recommend, this is the thing I was talking about, if you want to plug everything into it, I would suggest, and Vinshine and Kinki Studios suggest this, plugging your source components into one and plugging your amp into a second one. I had everything plugged into here, Niagara Classic Amp, Niagara HD Pre, Live Micro Harmony DAC, and the Niagara Streamer, and there were no issues whatsoever. No issues with current delivery. Dynamics might have been actually improved when plugged into this. Vinshine and Kinki Studios say this is audiophile quality with high parts used inside and quality wiring. This is a bargain in the world of hi-fi power products. So for me, this is my favorite power product. It's something I like better than my PSM 156 from Puritan Audio that I've used over the last 3 years, but that's also an excellent product. It did what I needed to do, but this one does it better. And in my opinion, it doesn't mess with the sound. It's not tipping up the treble more through here. It keeps everything beautiful sounding, smooth, flowing. Beautiful, beautiful piece of equipment that I can highly recommend. You can get this now at Vinshine Audio. Best deal ever on a power product. This does everything I need it to. It fixes my DC issue, keeps all transformers from buzzing or humming, and that's awesome. It also works as a surge protector, gets rid of all EMI, and it enhances current delivery according to Vinshine Audio. After testing this for the past few weeks, I can say all the claims they make are actually 100% correct. This is an awesome product. It will be replacing my PSM 156 in my system, and I may even add a second one just for the amplifier. So I'll put a link in the description if you want to check this out over at Vinshine Audio. I want to thank them for sending it along for me to check it out. I really fell in love with this product. And whether or not you feel you need a power product for your audio, that's up to you. Not everybody has problems with their electricity. But I love the things that this one does. This is a really good product. I wouldn't plug in any super high power amplifiers to it, like Class A amps that require a lot of current and power draw. But Class D amps, I had the set of Orchard Audio Premium monoblocks, Class D GAN monoblocks, both plugged into this with my preamp, with the DAC, and it handled it without a problem. So there you go. Awesome product, the Tai Hang from Vinshine Audio and Kinki Studios, still providing amazing value to us audio lovers. Even if I had 10 grand to spend, this is the one I would buy for my system. Ooh, it's coming, guys. I can feel it. Tornado warnings, tornado warnings. Let's go in.
That's insane. It's like